Hello, good morning. Today's topic of discussion is a case law, Hadley versus Baxendale. So let's discuss the fact of the case. The plaintiff operated a mill which they were forced to shut down when the crankshaft of their steam machine broke. The crankshaft here is a part of machine. So they contacted the manufacturer of the machine, Joyce and Company, and the manufacturer agreed to make a new shaft from the pattern of the old one. Therefore, a servant of plaintiff went to the office of the defendant, that is, common carriers, to carry the part of machine to the manufacturer to make a new one. The plaintiff servant told defendant clerk that the mill was shut down and the shaft, that is a part of machine, must be sent immediately without delay. And he also informed defendant that his mill, that is plaintiff mill, is stopped for want of the machine. The clerk of the defendant, that is common carriers, informed the plaintiff's servant that if the shaft, that is a part of machine, were given to them by 12 o'clock any day, it would be delivered by the next day. So the plaintiff took the shaft to the defendant the next day before noon. The delivery to the manufacturer was unreasonably delayed due to the defendant neglect, and therefore the plaintiff did not receive the new part or new shaft for several days, and the plaintiff in consequences loses a profitable contract with the government. The plaintiff therefore sued for the profits he lost due to the defendant's late delivery. The plaintiff claimed from the defendant compensation for the wages of workers and depreciation charges which were incurred during the period the mill was ideal for delayed delivery, and they also claimed for loss of profits which might have been made if the mill was working. So the issue in this case was whether the defendant was liable to plaintiff for damages suffered by the plaintiff due to lost profits. So it was held that the first two items were allowed. So the first two items were compensation for the wages of workers and depreciation charges were allowed because they were natural consequences of the breach. But the last item, that is loss of profits, was disallowed because it was a remote consequences. So, an injured party is entitled to damages arising naturally from the breach of contract or those that are in the reasonable contemplation or consideration of the parties at the time of contracting. The defendants had no way of knowing that their breach would cause a longer shutdown of the mill and resulting in the loss of profit. Further, the plaintiff never communicated the special circumstances to the defendant, nor did the defendant know of the special circumstances. So, to claim such damages, special damages, any special circumstances which would result in special loss in case of breach of contract must be made known or must be brought to the notice of the other party. So the damages are limited to those, number one, that arise naturally from a breach, and to those that are reasonably contemplated or considered by the parties at the time of the contract. So, in short, an injured party can claim only damages for the actual loss suffered by him, but If he wants to claim any profits that he lost because of non-fulfillment of the contract, he should specifically inform the other party of the circumstances of the profit. So it was held that the plaintiff in this case did not make known to the defendant that the delay would result in a loss of profit. The and therefore the defendant, that is the common carrier, was held not liable for loss of profit during the period of delay, but they were only liable for damages for delay. So with this I have completed Hadley versus Buxendel case law. Thank you.